Brandon Staley should have been one of the coaches fired today. Um, and I'm not talking about his decision to call timeout. I'm talking about his decision to go for it on his own 16 or 17-yard line that resulted in a field goal by the Las Vegas Raiders, which was ultimately the difference of the game. Brandon Staley just did some analytical. See, this is why analytics don't belong in football. If he makes it, people are like, oh, yeah, yeah. But that was the difference of the game. A game that you needed to win. And then you got a second chance late in the game. You didn't have to call timeout. Biasuki wasn't playing for a field goal. He was just playing for the tie. Because as an NFL coach, you're saying to yourself, well, if time runs out, we're both in. What do I care? Why risk kicking a field goal? I'll guarantee you he was playing for a tie. Wasn't going to say it, but it is what it is. Steelers would have been out. Justin Herbert's not in the playoffs because of Brandon Staley. And I'm going to tell you why I know Brandon Staley should be fired. About 4 or 5 weeks ago, they played Cincinnati. Late in the game, they scored. They were up by 8. He was going for 2 points to be up by 10. You kick an extra point, you're up 2 scores by 9. They got a false start penalty, and he went irate on the sidelines. He truly wanted to go for 2. The guy uses analytics to a disadvantage. And he cost his team a game yesterday by should have punted the ball away there. Should have punted the ball away there. I wanted to see Justin more. I wanted to see the Steelers not make the playoffs because I thought they don't make the playoffs in that scenario, they would be going nuts. Their fans, they'd be pissed. It would be great talk. They'd say a conspiracy, whatever. But more so, I really wanted to see Justin Herbert get into the playoffs because there's quarterbacks that you like to watch. I like watching him play. He's a good, great young player. And Brandon Staley cost his team a chance to the playoffs. And I don't like his coaching. I don't believe you waste a talent like Justin Herbert on a Brandon Staley. I believe the Chargers, if they were smart, they'd fire him. There's so many. The guy's just not fit to be a head coach. Analytics don't belong in football. They don't. So Brandon Staley would be fired if I was the owner. Well, quite frankly, if I was the owner of the San Diego Chargers, I'm not calling them whatever the team's name is. If I was the owner of the San Diego Chargers, I would definitely sell them because I'd be living on an island somewhere. I'd be living in Antarctica on a piece of ice floating around the world with a snowmobile and 37 cats. Yeah, Brandon Staley definitely needs fired, though. The guy uses analytics too much, and it's absurd. Fourth and yeah, he did it against the Browns too, and it worked out to his benefit because they were down 27-13, and they were in a similar situation, and they got it, and they actually consequently scored on that drive, and they won the game because Kevin Stefanski just didn't do what he should have done. Well, Baker Mayfield choked the game away, but anyway.